What is going on, guys? This is Jason Vogel. What the fuck? This okay. Technical difficulties.
Thank
What's
you,
going on,
Katie.
guys? This is Jason of Auglitical. I swim through the politics so you don't drown too. I'm just a man trying to bring common sense with common sense isn't so common. So we got to do a palate cleanse because I've been covering some really, really gruesome stories about death and all of that stuff. And from time to time, we need to see something that's a little bit lighter and get a little goofy with it. You know what I'm saying? Have a little fun. So I know you guys, most of you guys are not old enough to remember. And what I mean by you guys are not old enough to remember, I mean that you guys were not subscribed to me when I really had the ball rolling and I was really, really much more raw and unfiltered. And I was covering all types of stories. And the story I covered before in the past, was a story about Megan Hall. Now, if you guys don't know who Megan Hall is, or the story, the woman, the myth, Megan Hall, I'll try to bring in some details. If I remember correctly, now I remember vividly because I had a lot of people, especially women, up in arms with my stance on Megan Hall. And the thing about Megan Hall, if I remember correctly, the thing about Megan Hall is a police officer, and she was in the same police department as Jebediah Hall, which is her husband. Same, they were both in the same police force, police department. And Megan was fucking and sucking and squirking and circle jerking multiple different officers in the office. I believe that she had sex with at least 40% of the police force that was in her department. And when all of this blew up, I believe that she got in trouble because one of the police officers was trying to do a swinging thing with Megan, and they convinced Megan to do it. And Megan, she's the when you hear Megan Hall is the type of girl that she'll give it the old college try. Like listen, Megan Hall, she'll do it. From the story, like if once she's on board, she's down for it, right? Like she's listen. Anyway, so I believe they try to do a swinging thing where an officer wanted to get his wife in on it with Megan Hall, and basically Megan was gonna mess with the police officer in front of the wife, and the wife, I think, uh was trying to mess with Jebediah Hall, and Jebediah Hall was like, "What is this? No way, no, no, I don't like this." And I'm making a joke about it. No way, fag. But he was not down with that because Jebediah Hall is a religious man. But the thing that's so crazy to me is I remember Megan Hall mentioning that Jebediah Hall participated in an open relationship, and I with Jebediah Hall in the beginning of their relationship, and it's just like I'm guessing you opened Pandora's box and you thought that shit was closed. Like you closed the box and she opened her legs wider every time you looked away from the box. Pandora box was Megan Hall's legs. Now let's continue because her star is rising. She is no longer the myth Megan Hall. She is now the legend. Let's get into it.
You may remember the eyebrow-raising sex scandal that rocked the Laverne Police Department. We first told you about the mess in January of last year. The shocking details sounded like a bad movie script. Made national news as 5 officers and then the police chief all fired. The city then found itself facing a lawsuit filed by a former female officer. Well, tonight word comes the city has settled the case with a hefty payment. Our Nikki Hauser heard directly from city leaders.
After that scandal,
Hot damn, Nikki Hausen looking amazing over here. Nikki Hausen is my type of girl. I know somewhere in the distance, a black girl who would have never given me a chance under any other circumstances is mm-hmm. Oh, now you going after white girls because you couldn't hang with black girls. Yeah, and all that other stupid shit. Anyway, that's my type of girl right there. It's not to sit there and say I don't find black women attractive. I do. I just grew up with around a lot of ratchet black women. But when I do find attractive black women attractive, when they're doing something attractive, I'll call it out. If that's what you guys are interested, you know what? That's what I'm gonna do on the channel from now on. Whenever I see an attractive woman, I'm like, that girl's attractive. Even if she's a murderer, I'm gonna be like, that girl attractive. This girl right here, to me, is attractive. What the fuck did I just drink? This girl right here is attractive. Let's continue. You go, Nikki. Why is your name Nikki Hauser? That's a Nikki. All right. Nikki giving me PTSD though. I don't know. We're gonna have to work on that. That's like me ended up with a girl named Haley. Everything is fine and dandy, but you guys already know the joke. Let's continue.
Former police officer Megan Hall sued the city. Then tonight, over a year later, the city of Laverne held a special meeting in which they decided they would pay out Megan Hall $500,000, officially ending that lawsuit.
So when all of this happened, Megan Hall came out and said that she was groomed, and everybody, collectively, the world went, uh-huh. Now, mind you, not the Twitter freaks, not the people who are chronically online. The people who are chronically online, those rabid feminists, they basically were saying, "Oh, if the sole purpose of you making a joke is because if some girl has sex with five guys, and the sole focus is on the one girl, not the five guys, that's not funny. That's just misogyny." It's like you people should just go live on an island. Make your Thaz mascara or whatever the fuck it's called, like Wonder Woman, right? See how long it takes before you guys go extinct. You guys wouldn't even make it through your natural cycle of life. Like you guys just hate men. Just go away. Like they really should have a village like the what is it, the Wicker Man? Like they did that shit where it was just a bunch of females, and I don't remember exactly what it is. All I know is the not the bees thing. But if I remember correctly, it was a bunch of crazy people. Though in my mind, I only remember that it was a bunch of women. Just ruin every fucking thing. And no, the reason why people are not making fun of the five guys, and the reason why they're making fun of Megan Hall is because well, from what I saw, from when I was paying attention, Megan Hall literally came out and said that she was being groomed, and it was like you were being groomed by five different guys. Which, thinking about it, maybe. But here's the thing: were you being groomed when you had an open relationship? You can't be groomed if you have an open relationship. You had an open relationship before you guys even got married. What are you talking about? And everyone, again, all the normal people said, mm-hmm. Now, skip forward to now, she got $500,000. She got $500,000 for not being taken to Pound Town. No, no, no. She took those men to Pound Town. That girl was special. That girl was unique. I don't care what no one says. A lot of people saying, oh, Megan Hall, the reason why all those men like Megan Hall is because she probably gave good head. And it's like you simple tribalistic fuck. If you really think Megan Hall wasn't doing some double jointed black magic, double jointed pussery, right? If you think Megan Hall wasn't a freak, right? If because it ain't just head that will make five officers, and I believe two of them were married, right? Just start cheating. Because again, that's some shit that you hear in a gang, right? Gang members, what they do is they find a girl that they want to be in their gang, and they fuck those girls into their gang, right? And all the other guys who normally don't know how to talk to girls, yeah, can I fuck her too? Yeah, you can fuck her. She'll fuck you. She in the gang. She has to fuck you, right? They're dogs, right? Only dogs, right? But there's the thing: you're not gonna get five dogs. Five men are not just gonna become dogs overnight. You may get one or two, right? One or two, maybe three, but five. And these are the ones that we heard about. And believe me, those are the ones we heard about because here's the truth. Whenever some shit like this goes down, there's always other people who was doing fucking on the side, right? That are not brought up because they're still in good standing because they're just like me. They see it and they go, "Listen, I ain't mad at Megan for doing what she doing. Thank you for your service, in fact." Because we need that in society. I don't care what anybody says. I don't care how much people don't like me saying that. We need hoes in society both ways. Both ways, because here's the truth. There may be imagine if Elon Musk, instead of fucking getting all these girls pregnant, X, Y, and Z, which he can do because he has the money and he has bad choice in women, right? It'd be one thing if he was just fucking these women, but he's getting these women who are batshit crazy pregnant. But imagine you got 1/6 of what Elon Musk has. You got a good thing for going for yourself. And there's a girl who's been trying to seduce you for a long time, but in your heart of hearts, you know that girl's no good for you. But every time she's fucking with you, you get a little bit more and more hornier. Instead, you choose, after you're done with your 9 to 5 of stocks trading stonks or whatever the fuck like that, you go out, you find you a prostitute. You got the money and you spend, I don't know, what is it, 200, 300? Are those like elite girls or are those like the you spend $20 in a pack of Newport at the back of a trailer. I don't fucking know. I've never done it. I never participated in it. But imagine that, right? In that situation, I don't look down on that. Is that if that's what it takes from you getting locked up with some chick who's going to take all your fucking money and you skip you skip all the bullshit and get down to brass tacks, by all means. And the reason why I never participated in it is because even if I had the money, the way I look at it is kind of like a Bruce Wayne killing Joker scenario. If Bruce Wayne kills the Joker, he knows that even though everyone says he should just kill the Joker because all the Joker's gonna do is get out and do horrible, horrible things over and over, then Batman dies. He knows that once he kills the Joker, it's going to be that much easier for him to kill all the villains. And now Batman is gone. In my case, if I did that, I could only imagine that would change a fundamental part of me and it would change my views on things, maybe. I'm not sure. And that's just it. But again, it is what it is. Let's continue.
Motion to approve as it is written here.
It took less than 5 minutes.
No.
Alderman Hobbs?
Aye.
Alderman Hobbs?
Aye.
Vice Mayor Nutt?
Aye.
Motion passes.
For the Laverne City leaders to say yes, they'll pay former police officer Megan Hall $500,000.
What message does that send to all the other employees?
Alderman Dennis Waldron was the only dissenting vote.
He's sending a message out to everybody in the world, said, come to Laverne.
Get fucked and sucked. And then if you treat the girl right and you still on good terms with her, she might continue fucking sucking with you. But now she got money.
Sue Laverne because they're going to settle.
The city as a whole now agreeing to pay Hall, but denying any admission of liability.
It's hard being in the minority.
This after the story of the Laverne police sex scandal exploded early last year, revealing a pattern of inappropriate activity inside the department. Reports detail sex between officers on duty and on city property, intimate photos and videos shared among officers, and silence from the police chief, who was clued into what was happening.
So understand, it wasn't just Megan Hall doing this in that police department. There was a couple of other people doing it. And so the thing is, it's the same thing that I've been saying. It's bad optics. You can't sit there and be the paragon of justice when you're sitting there and you're doing corrupt things. You're sitting there and you're allowing corrupt things to go down. There probably was a bomb that was not revealed, and that's the reason why they settled with Megan Hall. I'm just pointing it out there.
Convince her to engage in sexual activity that she didn't want to.
Hall and her
She was into polygamy. What do you mean she didn't want it? She could have said no with the first. She could have said no with the first guy. She could have said no with the second guy. She could have said no with the third guy. She could have said no with the fourth guy. She could have said no with the sixth or the seventh guy. Because I guarantee you there's an eighth guy. This is bullshit. No one's hitting. Man, I'm not hearing this stupid shit. Man, this shit is stupid.
lawyer claim it was a hostile work environment that groomed her.
While I was aspiring to protect my community, the Laverne Police Department was not protecting me.
She, along with 4 other officers and the police chief, were fired.
The brothers, bro. Fucking the brothers. The brothers. God damn you, let me down again. This is the reason why I'm not a part of the black community. It doesn't matter where they come from. Listen, I believe in individuals. We can come together as a group, but collectively, the community, the race, you messing with the K9, man. And I keep seeing pictures of Megan Hall with the dog. Man, listen. White girls fuck dogs or some crazy shit. I keep hearing that song. I don't know why. Listen, right? Maybe she just likes the brothers. Maybe the brothers just like her. I'm saying Megan Hall's clearly unique. Clearly unique. And here's the thing. All these individuals look like they can go find girls, right? They're police officers in a small town. You think that no women want to talk to police? Listen, they're doing better off than most of the motherfuckers that's probably in their community, right? You think that no girl would want to fuck with any of these guys? You think that none of them will fuck with any of these guys? And they hear that they're police officers, they're making money. It's not like they're not making money. It's not like as though they don't know any women. They're on the beat. They're doing whatever. And they all went for Megan Hall. What does that say? Something unique about that girl.
Fired. Hall talked to News Channel 5 about the affair early last year.
I know what most people are saying. You know, you could have said no. I get it. But my response to them is that I did say no, and he wouldn't take it for an answer.
The fuck you? Oh my. So what? You was like, no, don't, stop. You could have said that, but you kept going. You was like, no, don't, stop, no, don't, stop, no, don't, stop, no, Don't stop. Yeah, okay, whatever.
Eventually, I gave in from pressure.
Wednesday's vote ends both Hall's lawsuit against the city and against 3 of her former superiors in the department.
We have improved a lot.
As the city still works to rebuild trust in the public eye. Nikki Hauser, News Channel 5.
Thank you, Nikki.
Listen, I call bullshit, and I'm not even mad. She got her money. She got her paper. Now, right? Megan Hall, the woman, the myth, the legend. Now that she has $500,000, let's see if she stays with Jebediah. If she leaves Jebediah at that point, I'm just gonna laugh about it. But here's the thing. This reminds me of something in my past, and I brought this up before, but I don't know if it's any of the videos that's left on the channel before YouTube decided to nuke my channel. You know. Um, so back then in Job Corps, there was a Spanish girl, and I remember this girl oozed sex. Like I'm talking like she was easily a 6, right? Easy 6 out of 10, easy 6 out of 6 or 7, and her body was phenomenal, right? And this girl, Spanish girl, just oozed sex. And I remember she was very down to earth, very easy to talk to. She made jokes, she liked goofy shit, all of that shit. And all of a sudden, one day, mind you, 100%, if I had the opportunity to fuck that girl, I would have went for it. I wanted to. Like I wanted to go take that girl to Pound Town. Though again, just like Megan Hall, this girl probably would have taken me to Pound Town and without breaking a sweat. Anyway, and I say this after this. So I remember one day, you had a bunch of women, you had a bunch of girls going ballistic, and come find out, this girl was messing with not one, not two, but all of these girls' boyfriend. It was like 5 girls. It was literally like 5 girls, which is ironic that Megan Hall, it comes in fives, right? She was messing with 5 of these girls, and it was like 4 Spanish girls, 1 black girl, and all those girls wanted to fuck this girl up. Right, they wanted to get in and they wanted to fuck this girl up, and they were being separated by a dorm staff, and they was protecting this girl. And come find out, what ended up happening was that she fucked 5 of their boyfriends or whatever like that. And again, the other ones on the side that we didn't know nothing about, because they was like, listen, whatever. But I'm guessing one of the dudes was running his mouth, brought it up. Somehow the girls found out about it. And the crazy thing about it is none of those girls, right? They all wanted to fuck this girl up, but not their boyfriends. And here's the thing, they all stayed with their boyfriends. And the funniest thing out of all of this, right? The 5 girls or whatever like that, all got kicked out of Job Corps. The boys all got kicked out of Job Corps. They all got kicked out of Job Corps. Because here's the thing, I'm guessing the girls were going crazy, probably the boys, because, I'm guessing 2 or 3 of them probably was in a gang or some bullshit, and they was trying to bring violence on this girl. The girl ended up getting transferred to another Job Corps, right? Like non-disclosed Job Corps. But I remember asking her, I was like, yo, so I remember seeing you around all these guys, and I thought something was up, and it was happening right in broad daylight. But here's the thing, I was like, so what? You don't feel nothing like at all for doing like a little bit bad? And I was joking the whole time because I didn't give a fuck, right? I was joking. It was horrible, but I was joking because listen, they ain't my friends. And she literally looked at me. She said, "You thought that they were using me? I was using them." And I was like, "That's fucking evil." And we both laughed. And she said, "Listen, those are not like." She was like, "Why should I care about what happens with their boyfriends? They're not my boyfriend." Anyway, guys, I'll catch you guys next time. Peace.